Okay, we actually have a massive 1850 battle report for you today. I've beefed up my list because my opponent showed up with an 1850, so I'm trying to face him. Check out Necron versus Necron. Look at this gorgeous army. Sickeningly well painted. Awesome conversion. Look at this thing. This is an Annihilation Barge, believe it or not. Barely recognizable, awesome looking. Guys with Gauss. These are on the table though, or no? Yeah, everything's on the table except for your flyers, right? Another Annihilation Barge, another bunch of squad of dudes. Command Barge over here. Command Barge has a regular Overlord with a Mind Shackle Warsight Lord on top of it. Look at that thing. Look how badass that thing looks. Another awesome vehicle over here. Gorgeous looking. More Immortals. There's a billion characters in here. There's Vargard Oberon somewhere over there. There's Zahndrekh somewhere. There's a Lord over here. Craziness. And what do I have? 6 Wraiths, deep striking. 2 Spyders with Scarabs, 5 of them. 9 Warriors, 5 Warriors and Zahndrekh inside here. The Ghost Ark. 10 Praetorians and a Destroyer Lord. 3 Heavy Destroyers, 1 Annihilation Barge. And I forgot to mention my opponent in reserve has 2 Flyers, just the Night Sides that brought the Immortals. And 3 Tomb Blades with what, Gauss on them? Yeah, Gauss stuff on them. Pretty awesome. We're playing Scouring. We rolled for Scouring, so 2 objectives, 2 points over here, 4 points over there, 3 points somewhere there, 3 points somewhere there, 2 points somewhere there, and 1 point over here. So, you know, pretty well balanced. There's more on my opponent's side, unfortunately. There's 2 extra points on his side. Sucks to be me. But my opponent did try to steal initiative, but failed. So my Necrons are going first. Okay, rounding up top of turn 1. Night fighting was in effect. I gave these guys night vision, fired into that guy, but he has stealth in ruins just as a general ability from his warlord trait. So I got 1 penetration through, but he made his save. My warlord trait is again +1 charge range, so I'm not going to complain about that. We both have pretty good traits. Over here, these guys made 2 Scarabs and then shimmied up 3 inches. These guys shimmied up right behind them. These guys moved through the terrain, but only 3 inches, so I just moved a couple guys down from the bottom level. Unfortunately, this objective is only worth 1 point, so I got to figure out something about that. Just figure out what I'm going to do there. These morons moved up over here and took this crappy 2-point objective. These things flew out 12 inches because there was nothing to shoot at, even if I moved 6. I went 12 and I was just out of range of that guy to snap fire him. This thing I moved 12 and it was out of range to snap fire anything. And they moved up 12 and then ran only 1 inch because they just suck like that. And that is it. It's on to bottom of turn 1 for the red Necrons. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 1 for the red Necrons. Look at this. They all went from that side. All of them had Veil of Darknesses and stuff because there was 2 count, what do you call them, Royal Courts, plus Vargard Oberon had his boost in here. 3 squads of dudes. They gunned down in this unit by some miraculous luck. They only killed 2 of my Heavy Destroyers. 1 of them survived and both reanimated. How fluky is that? Thumbs up for these guys. They fluked their way to victory. Over here, a bunch of shooting at these guys, but because of a bunch of insta-kill shooting from Teslas and stuff, but because of the night fighting on turn 1, we actually survived with 3 Scarabs because we had the stealth from behind us. We actually made a survival there. And that was the only thing that got shot at. Everything. This guy went to the command barge with the bad guy, with the badass guy with the warsight. Just went flat out over here. Just all kinds of nastiness coming at me like crazy. My opponent's been very careful to position himself. So those guys will need a miracle to charge those guys, and these guys should be just out of range. So you know they're going to be not doing much other than firing their strength 6 pistols for a turn. So we'll see what happens. Pretty interesting decision I have here. I think that's just. Oh, I know. Vargard Oberon joins combat. Right. I remember how that works. Okay, so I got to think about what I'm going to do. So, back in the Alright, rounding up top of turn 2, stupid Wraiths did not show up. Over here, I made 2 Scarabs and then moved up. These idiots over here moved up. I tried to charge them in this unit that has no real upgrades. But even with re-rolling, ignoring terrain, they couldn't make it in there. So those Scarabs just failed me terribly. 1 of them got blown away, and 1 of them got reduced down to 1 wound with because of Overwatch. Over here, these moron Spyders tried to charge this unit, only needed 5 inches. 1 of them got blown away, 3 armor saves, and he failed all 3 of them. What a loser! And then this guy couldn't roll high enough to get through the cover to get in there. So disastrous luck on those guys. Here we moved up, fired pistols, and a combination of rapid firing. These guys moved up to vacate the bottom floor, make it harder to get up there. Combination of rapid firing and it was from these guys, other stuff. Took away 2 wounds from Vargard Oberon. He's down to 1 wound now. But no other luck really. A lot of random shooting, couldn't do much. Nothing great. So we didn't do much on this turn. We just got slaughtered on this area. So it's on to bottom of turn 2, and we're going to see if your stuff shows up. I'll try to film it. So both night sides. 1 night side is on, and your Tomb Blades are also on. Very cool. So there we go. Just really quickly, forgot to mention, we did strip 1 hull point off that guy. Fired at it with these guys. And that was that. We removed Furious Charge from those guys, but Zahndrekh keeps removing tank hunters from these guys, so pretty interesting there. On to the rest of the turn. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn... Yeah, sure, they're going to flat out. Cool. Okay, so bottom of turn 2, what happened? His stuff came in, so I used phase reinforcements or whatever it's called from Zahndrekh. These guys showed up on my opponent's turn right there. Most of them were gunned down, though. There's only 2 Wraiths left with full wounds. Over here, 3 Scarabs died from this thing. 1 Scarab survived. From zodding over there, it didn't scatter that guy. These guys went flat out over here. The whole army chickened away on that side. Very smart move there. So Vargard, his other units, even the one that I was supposed to tie up, gosh darn it, but so be it. It was way over there. This thing flew up over here, got enough glances and penetration through that he just managed to wreck me. Just wrecked me there from rear armor. So got to sneak into the back line there. And this guy tried to charge in here. We Overwatch, didn't do anything to him, but he didn't make it. He rolled very, very low. So we're going to have another chance to just tank hunter this guy to death. And that was pretty much it. So yeah, still a tough, tight fight, but things are definitely swinging away from me. I got to rounding up. We're going to see if that last thing shows up before we round up the turn here. It's still not on for some reason. Okay, what happened on my turn? These guys charged in here with the Scarab. Scarab died, but these guys just wiped out the character and this thing. They just pulverized it instantly with ease. Over here, gave these things tank hunter, but I couldn't hit very well. Only got 1 hit, even despite all my rapid firing. So it didn't do anything. Look at this, rapid firing from all this stuff. Couldn't get any hits on this thing. It's crazy. I think I only had 1 or 2 hits. Brutal. These guys fired into here, did nothing to that thing. Just couldn't roll very well to hit, even with the reroll. It's just no good. What happened over here? Charged that in there. We whiffed all our attacks, so that kind of sucked. We lost 1 guy in return. We're fearless though. We keep fighting. We're not going to last much longer though. And that was it. So we're on to bottom of turn 3. I forgot to mention I did gun down with one of these guys from the squad that was up here, but they made the leadership, so so be it. Anyway, let's move on. See what's happening. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 3. Yeah, whatever. This thing flew over here, managed to zot that last guy, no surprise. Actually took two vehicles, took that thing and this thing. Nothing was really in range of these guys here. The army chickened away again, so those guys flew over here. Some shooting in this unit, killed 4 guys. I made my leadership, but then I didn't reanimate a single guy. No 5+s rolled, so that sucked over there. Over here, these guys tank hunted, got 4 glances on me. I only made 1 single 5+ jinx save. How crappy is that, eh? So this thing's down to 1 health point. And for some reason, that flyer still didn't show up yet, so he's still chilling on the windowsill there. And that's it. Top of turn 4 is coming up. Here we go. These guys have had tank hunters again, disallowed on them. Okay, rounding up top of turn 4. Not great. We're just sort of castling up like a bunch of chumps now. Fired it here into that thing with a bunch of stuff. Couldn't do it until these guys finally got 1 penetration through. He failed the evade, and he exploded. And these guys actually separated from the Destroyer Lord. They fired pistols into it, couldn't do anything, but those guys finally did it. Over here, rapid firing like crazy. We only killed a couple of guys, but they did run, so I guess that's relatively helpful. Although they're so far away, it's not going to help me. Over here, this guy moved over, charged, needed a 9, got a 10, wrecked that thing. Just blew it up. And that was about it. This thing just jinked around, part of the rapid firing insanity. Yeah, it's getting tough now. It's getting tough. But bottom of turn 4 coming out. Rounding up this bottom of turn 4, brutality continues. Over here, a bunch of shooting from a bunch of crappy guns. I don't get through my armor, but I rolled so badly for saves. Only 1 guy survived. 3 of them did reanimate out of the 9, though. That died, so there's 4 left. Good lord. Over here, rapid fire. Oh, we forgot leadership to check on these guys because they were gunned down pretty badly. They make it with an 8, a 4, and a 4. And reanimation actually we got to do. So you 4 guys over there, right? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 guys you killed. So 5 ups on those idiots over there. 1 of them comes back. All right, good stuff. And what else happened? Some shooting, some arcing all over the place, gunning guys down, but we survived okay. Otherwise, this army here, these guys rallied and snap fired some stuff into us. Gunned down a lot of the unit, but we still alive, barely alive. Tank hunters on these guys took away my stealth with Zahndrekh and just wrecked this thing. These guys popped out, weren't pinned. They're actually down there at the objective. They're chilling like villains over there. And it's on to top of turn 5. Okay, rounding up top of turn 5. We finally got into combat with these guys because of our +1 to charge. What did we do in the meantime? Gunned down a bunch of these guys, but they made their leadership. Yeah, they made the leadership over here. Helped with those guys. Those guys did it. A few of these guys shot in there. That guy moved in. He's actually in range to line breaker. Over here, challenge between these guys. My mind shackles failed against him. His succeeded against me. That's just the way it goes. I did 1 wound to myself. No wounds taken from the other guy though. I did 3 wounds over here. They killed 1 guy. So we actually won combat by 1, but they didn't run. And we failed to reanimate. They reanimated 1 guy. And that was that combat there, and it is continuing on to bottom of turn 5 now. Pretty brutal game. I think I've lost it.
So
but
rounding
up
up bottom of turn 5, right before we roll here, what happened?
The whole unit around him got gunned down, but he's still alive. Made his leadership down to 2 wounds still. Over here, these guys came in, just gunned down those guys, slaughtered them, missing, couldn't make any saves. Here, two of these guys died. One reanimated after making leadership because this thing flew over and just zodded into them there. These guys are still holding objective. These Tomb Blades suicided themselves up here to try to contest this objective. They're contesting this one. They're actually on the top floor. We're on the bottom floor. It's just hard to move models around there. So at this point, if the game ends, it will be a win for the Necrons because they have 3 points there. They have 2 points for my fast attack, and they have 1 point. Actually, yeah, they have 5, 6, 7 because they have these 2 points as well. And I don't think you have line breaker yet. You got to be opponents. I have only and first blood, so 8 points. I only have 1 point plus this one here, 2 right now. If that one's contested, we're going to see if the game ends on a 1 or 2. Does the game end? Oh, for some reason it continues. All right, so it continues on. This guy has lost. He's not able to gain Fear's Charge. It was taken away by those guys. So back in a bit. Okay, so we actually had to end the game here. I've basically conceded. My opponent convinced me through his superior logic that probably I couldn't do it. We had to stop before I could charge in there, but probably I wouldn't have been able to cut down that unit. I did gun down these guys over here, but we just rolled just to see for fun. If he would have been able to successfully deep strike to contest it, he would have. He just landed really dangerously close, but managed to direct hit. So that's pretty good there. And yeah, so I mean, you know, I was on the ropes most of the game, but we just called it as a win for the red Necrons because it was just too close, even though we have to finish here. So, but thanks for the game, man. Thank you. Thank you.